Everything you've always wanted to know about real estate, but didn't know who to ask. I'm your host, Angie Stanley. Today we have an amazing lineup. We have Mark Schultz, who is the VP Managing Broker of Solutions Real Estate. We also have Patty Hopper, who is an escrow officer with Oakwood Escrow. And we have Sam Goodwin with HOCOA. Hi, Mark. How are you?
I'm well, thank you. Thanks
Good.
for having me.
Absolutely. Thanks for coming on the show. Now tell me, Solutions Real Estate, I've seen you guys' advertising, your branding around town. Tell me a little bit about your company and what makes you guys different.
Well, Solutions Real Estate has been in Southern California for going on about 3 years now. Our main office is in Carlsbad. We just opened a new office in Alevinheim, and we also have an office in Temecula, as well as 5 offices in Arizona, and total almost 500 agents now, complete, totally. What makes us a little different is, I think, the fact that we help our agents to succeed. Our company is a little different, that we treat our agents as our clients. And their clients are buyers and sellers. Our clients are our agents. And so we try and treat them in that manner so that they do a good job, they like working with us, they refer other agents to come work with us, and that makes us a little different than most brokerages.
Very much so. That's very, very smart. How did you get involved with Solutions Real Estate?
I was approached by the owners, 2 of the owners, Dave Dion and Brent Connolly, a couple years ago about opening a brokerage out here and being the broker. I'd met him previously at some conventions and things like that, and the discussion came up about moving out here, and one thing led to another, and there we are.
And here you are. Awesome. So tell me, so you're talking about your agents are your clients. So what would you say when you're working with your agents that makes you unique from other maybe brokers?
Well, I think just the part that we do treat our agents as our clients is probably one of the biggest things that we do differently. And the fact that our model, which the owners are both real estate agents, is really set up to make agents as successful as possible. We don't charge extra fees, we don't charge for the copier, we don't charge for this, we don't charge for that, no desk fees, anything like that. And therefore, unless our agents are selling, the company's not making any money. So they have to be successful for us to be successful. When you have a model like that, then the entire company management is focused on the agents doing more business, which helps them, that helps us. And so I think that makes us a little unique. We're not depending on outside sources or fees or anything else, just the agents doing a good job, and that's what makes us, I think, different than a lot of brokerages.
Very unique. Now, do you have special training programs or anything like that as far as?
Yeah, we have quite a bit of training. We're members of Mike Ferry and Joe Stump, who are both coaches, a little different philosophies, but they both work. We have a lot of our own training that we do. Dave Dion, one of the owners, is an expert at Google, actually, and all sorts of internet marketing. So we help our agents with that. But it's still a relationship business, and so whereas the internet's important, it's not the only thing. So we have a lot of training in scripts and in listings and door knocking and all those sort of things, the traditional way of doing business.
The basics.
The basics, as well as the new technology being combined together to, again, make the agents as successful as possible.
Absolutely, a lot of support. So tell me, what do you think is the biggest misconception about today's real estate market?
I think people really think that financing is very difficult right now. They've read a lot about that in the papers and seen about that and the doom and gloom and whatever. The truth of the matter is that financing is not that difficult. There's still FHA programs, which is 3.5% down, VA 0 down. There are programs with, if you have 12 months bank statements even, you can still get a loan. You don't really even need a tax return. We're kind of getting back to that again a little bit. I have a client we just put into a home that had a short sale just over 2 years ago. So a lot of people have a misconception that if they've had a short sale or a bankruptcy that they'll never be able to buy again. The truth is they can buy again within a couple of years. So we're helping a lot of clients, it's called boomerang in the business now, and coming back into the market again, and they certainly can get financing. I think that's a misconception that a lot of people have, that they won't be able to get a loan, and the truth is they can.
I agree. I've been getting those emails lately about the 12 months bank statements, and I'm like, wow, it's definitely coming back, and very interesting, because you're right, a lot of people think that they can't get lending.
Yep.
Now, someone that's looking to buy a home in a market like today, what would be maybe 3 top tips that you would give to them?
I think the first thing is really finding the right real estate agent to work with, and that's both on a personality level, that somebody you can get along with, because it's going to be kind of a long haul, and you're going to be doing a lot of meetings together and things like that. And for most people, it's still their largest purchase of their life, and so it's important to be with somebody that you like and that you trust and you can get along with. And that agent has to be somebody who is going to look out for you, the client, the buyer. People use the word agent a lot very simply, but agent is the same as if you were an agent for LeBron James or anybody else. Your job as an agent is to represent your client in the best possible manner, meaning either finding them the best house at the best price or helping them sell their house in the least amount of time at the highest amount of money that they can get. So you have to find an agent that is willing to work for you and that you get along with. I think another thing is important to get pre-qualified before you go out and look. And if you have a good agent, they'll probably have a lender they can refer to you. I use Jason Colburn from, it was BlueFi Lending, and they just changed over to Freedom Mortgage. But he's excellent with people, knows his programs, helps get people the right financing. So it's very important to get pre-qualified, because then you have a good idea of where you stand as far as what you can buy and what you can not buy, whatever the case may be. And I think the third thing is probably, with my clients, I try and get them to make a list of their needs and their wants. And there's a big difference between what you need and what you want. So you want to try and find a house with as many of the needs that are important to you, and then add as many wants into that as you can. It's always a compromise in buying a house, and you can never get the exact house you want, but you can get pretty close if you have a good agent.
Wow, great tip. And I think I need to work on the need and want list myself.
Right.
Well, thanks so much, Mark, for coming on. And next up, we have Patty Hopper, who is an escrow officer with Oakwood Escrow.